Saturday. I'm running a little behind today, but that's okay. Just gonna get myself set up and wait for a few people to roll on in. So I'm just gonna fill my bucket system before I get started. I'm gonna add in some nutrients. We're adding in some bloom. Hope everybody's having a good day today. It's Saturday. Today's gonna be a good one. So over the course of the week, I've been going through a little bit of a learning curve, and my system has been getting all clogged up and stuff. And so I'm really excited about today. It's gonna be awesome. Getting some foam collars in our inch buckets. Just heard something fall outside of the tent. I'm gonna go check. Happy Saturday, Pro Pyro. Hope you're having a great evening so far. You said it's like 6 p.m. there, right? Dinner time. Alright, so I'm just gonna fill my system up before I start talking a lot and forget what I'm doing. Got a couple of leaks going on. I'm gonna have to assess later, but to be honest, as long as the nozzles are working, I'm good. I'm not gonna stress. I will have to go and fix it though, because it might affect the pressure, but this is my favorite part, you guys. My workout for the day. Honestly, I have a rower that I use, and I'm telling you, man, it's really helped me get the muscles to mix up this bottle. So, as we've been talking about over the last couple of days, I've been trying to get my environment under control, and wow, I see a huge difference today. What's up, Mia Lifestyle? Happy Saturday. Thanks so much for joining. Thank you, everyone that's hanging out. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday. I am, whew, that's a workout. Actually, you know, a workout after you just finish a workout is, you guys are probably like, wow, this girl's really weak. I swear I'm not. I'm actually strong. I just want to really make sure it's mixed well, because otherwise a bunch of stuff separates and kind of sets to the bottom. So I don't want that to happen. Whew. Freaking hot now. So I increased the lights last week, and we've got so many good changes going on in here. I cannot wait to show you guys. It's actually insane. So this is the General Hydroponics Bloom, Florinova Bloom 487. My first bucket system is currently on that. I'm doing 1.75 mils per liter. I just upped it. Last week I was doing 1.5 mils per liter. And My plants seem to be happy, so hopefully it's enough for them. What's up, Mr. Organics? Happy Saturday. Okay, so right before I hopped on the live, I did my best to catch up on last night's episode of Garden Cultivation Network, the show you grow, and I just left off. Krogan was telling me to tune in because he's got a pepper plant that he's training that he wants to show me, and I just left off that point, so I'm gonna have to hop back on later and watch it. But that's so awesome you guys do that. And for those of you watching, if you haven't already, they're so close to 1,000 subs. Go check out Garden Cultivation Network. Don't forget to subscribe. All right, so I got my bloom. I'm just gonna go get the bucket system. Also had CalMag to my second system because yesterday I just added in water. What's up, Mama? Happy Saturday. What is up, Ray? Happy Saturday, you guys. Thanks so much for joining. I'm really excited about today. We got us some 4-inch foam collars, so I am going to be making the switch from clay pebbles to foam collars, and I'm really excited. I was feeling really bummed out last week because I feel like, you know, we were talking about the residue and stuff and the debris that I have in my reservoir, and it sucks when you know you do something better, but you have to wait until the next time. And so that's kind of the case with my first bucket system. I mean, we're gonna try. I think it might be too late in their growth stage to transfer out of their current grow medium and put into a foam collar, but maybe we could try it. We'll see. But I was feeling really discouraged this week because I don't want to leave my system the way it is, but everything is already so established that it's like, might be the lesser of two evils to just, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Hey, we got Ogo Grown in the house. What up, Andrew? Right on time. So yeah, we actually, for those of you that tuned in on Thursday, guys, Andrew is a freaking trooper. He was reporting live from the eye of the storm. Honestly, he had me dying of laughter. This guy is so reliable. He will always show up for you. So go check out Ogo Grown's YouTube page. Go like, share, and subscribe. They're also at, I think it's at 500 subs. They've got a great, so don't forget, you guys, because you're not going to want to miss out on that giveaway. All right. And also, G-Mama's in the house. You guys, if you want to check out a gardener who knows what she is doing, go check out her YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe. You know what? Go subscribe to all each other's YouTubes. Everybody support everybody. We got power back on. Nice. Yes. So Ogo just confirmed 500 subscribers. Big giveaway. I think they're giving away one of their mothership units. So you guys, you got to check it out, and you don't want to miss it. What's up, Debt Squad? Happy Saturday. Thanks for being here. Today's going to be a good one, you guys. We are making changes in the grow tent. I love change. I really, you know, a lot of people don't like change. I love change. I think it's awesome. I think you should never be stagnant in life. I used to hate change, but now that I have the ability to, you know, evolve things in my garden and make things better, I freaking love it. All right, guys, so I've got some CalMag. I don't even remember. I added in 16 liters into second bucket system. So I'm going to do 1 milliliter per liter. I started off with nice slippers. Thank you so much. They're my shoes, so appreciate you for noticing. They're I have a designated pair of shoes that just stay in the grow tent. I mean, it's so clean in here for the most part. I vacuum daily. I can even walk bare feet, but then I got so many people that are like, oh, you're barefoot in your tent. I'm like, you know what? I'll get some slippers. So I did. And now people are commenting on my slippers. I can't freaking win with you people. All right, so I added in 16 liters of water. I'm going to just do 16 mils minus 1 because I've got a tablespoon, which is 15, but that's fine. Started off with half the recommended amount, so we're kicking it up a notch. And I think that'll fix what's going on with my peppers in the second bucket system. Because if you guys remember me telling you, early on in the first bucket system, I wasn't implementing calcium or CalMag, and then I had serious issues with pepper plants. Yes, you can. They'll talk shit no matter what. Whatever, man. I got my plants, I got you guys, I got my coffee. It's all good. Tony, you're trolling me. You're on the wrong YouTube live if you're looking for slippers. This is about plants. All right, so we've got the nutrients in. Before I hop on live, I'll have to add the grow to the second bucket system. What else do I need to do right now? All right, I'm gonna take you guys on. Woo! I'm gonna take you guys on a tent tour in a minute. Show you what is popping in the garden because there's a lot going on today. Death Squad, you guys are all the best. I appreciate everyone that tuned in for 1 second and just swiped by, or you tune in daily or once a whatever it is. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. You guys make my tent work so much fun, and you make learning fun. So I appreciate you guys. I've got to get to the buck and doe setting up today. We're partying. Oh, is that tonight? Oh my gosh, if I didn't live so far, I'd come hit you guys up. Ogo Grown, Allie, and Andrew getting married, so I guess their buck and doe is tonight. Congratulations, you guys. Sending you matrimonial vibes. You have a wonderful time. And if it's tonight, you just record some content and make sure to share it with all of us. Death Squad says, enjoying my Saturday with some coffee right now. Well, to those of you that indulge in coffee, cheers. Happy Saturday. All right, should we get to it? Yes, please do, Ogo, and have a great time. And congrats again, you two lovebirds. So, I'm going to take you guys on a tent tour. Les, the Timber Whisper, what is up? You are right on time. Actually, Les's garden is popping. They just sent me a picture this morning of one of their, was a bean or a pea? Wow, it was massive. I'm like, what the heck? Awesome garden. TFP, what kind of coffee do you drink? So I love a good dark roast. The stronger, the better. So I drink, it's from Costco. It's the Keurig pods. It's Brooklyn brand. It's called the organic, I think it's just called organic dark roast, and it's so freaking good. It's like a, I don't know, it's like a, yeah, like a dark roast, and I like coffee to have like a really strong flavor. So it's the only coffee that I really like. I've even had people bring me back beans from Colombia, like premium beans, and I'm I like my Kirkland. All right, I got my coffee in me. Let's do this, you guys. So I almost let my seedlings dry out again. You guys, what the heck? I guess it's not that humid in here, so I just drenched them. So we'll give them a little bit of oxygen before we transfer. So I don't know what's gonna happen with this one. It's still alive, but the root is so freaking short. So we'll see if we have the ability to transfer it today. If not, we'll give it a few more days. But those are what we're working on today. So we've got 2, 4, 6, right? 2, 4, 6, 7. 7 seedlings. Those are eggplant, 3 different varieties, and we are getting them in our foam collars. So for those of you that have not been following along, I've got these 4-inch buckets here, 4-inch vessels, and I don't have foam collars for them. So up until now, I've been using clay pebbles, but I've recently discovered how much I love the foam collars. It keeps my system super clean. It keeps the plant roots super happy, and so I'm super happy now because I'm going to be transferring these. Ogo Grown says, "Have fun, everybody. See you Thursday, TFP. Blaze up, everybody. Much love from the Ogo crew." Thank you so much, Ogo. Happy Saturday. Have a wonderful weekend. What is up, DC's Bees? Welcome, welcome. Happy Saturday. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you guys are all here. All right, so the orange towel looking very bare-ish. I've been harvesting every day, and I still have more lettuce growing, which is crazy. Got to get this tower packed up soon. Not packed up, cleaned up soon, you know? I've got some herbs, got a ton of stuff growing. So this is going to be much this week's dinner. I'm going to be just having a lot of lettuce. I got a lot of harvest. I've been harvesting every single night. It's been incredible. Just to like, what do you want for dinner? I don't know, let me go to the garden. It's so cool, I love it. So yeah, I've got all my parsley here. We've got, I harvest some every night, so that's why it's kind of looking a little bare. I have my flowers that are starting to flower, which I haven't gotten in the ground yet. We're gonna leave them in the tower and see what happens. I'm curious. I've even harvesting from the green tower daily. It is so abundant, and I just pick the outer leaves and then I get more growing back every day. So very excited about that. I've got just regular leaf lettuce, romaine lettuce. I've got chicory, which is starting to turn red. I've got blush poke lettuce, which is also starting to get its color. And it's just really exciting. But it's the same thing with the towers. This is the first grow where I completely omitted clay pebbles and moved towards foam collars. And so that is the goal, you guys. Even G-Mama says she's using cloning collars. And honestly, I think it's the most effective way. Now, I'm not knocking clay pebbles, but you guys saw my reservoir the other day. It's just makes a mess. So one thing I want to show you guys, so as you know, we're monitoring the environment, we're trying to make things better, and whole cucumber, we'll get back to that in a minute. Look at my zinnia flower plant, how much it's just taken off since I turned up the, it's actually insane. So what I want to show you is, these were harvested a month ago. Yes, they're still alive, and this is as much as the petals were filling out. If you take a look here, this is how they're supposed to be. So the petals are kind of supposed to stack into almost like a cupcake formation or like a ball. And that wasn't happening. This is as far as they would grow. So put it right next to it, you can really see a difference how it's filling out. And that's just a flower. So yeah, and then again, thank you so much, DC's Bees. DC's Bee says, I'm starting to get zucchini from my garden and a few cucumbers. It's always great when you start getting produce. Totally agree with you. Amen to that. It's so exciting. This is the first time I've ever seen this in my garden. 1 cucumber, 2 cucumber. Well, there's a third one there, but even just 2. I've never had 2 growing at once. So it's a monumental day, you guys. And then we've got some in here, a couple up there. So we've got quite a bit. I've got, now that I increased the lights, I've got some new flowers that are popping up. And yeah, we've got more cucumbers on the horizon. I'm just gonna have to kind of clean this up here. Cucumbers are huge. Yes, they're almost there, but not yet. G Mama says, let's grow. Yes, let's freaking grow, you guys. This is what we're here for. Hang on, I'm just getting my handy dandy measuring tape. I have a smaller one, but I keep forgetting to bring it in here. So this one is sitting at about 4 inches and a quarter. So it's got to get 6 to 8 inches before we can harvest. And this one, we are almost at 5 inches. It's still kind of an oblong shape though, but I think it's the way it's sitting. All the water's kind of going to the bottom, which is why this part is narrower. But yeah, we got cukes, you guys. Can't wait. So I'm actually very excited to see how the cucumbers in the second bucket system will be doing in the foam collars. So since we're already here, I'm going to show you guys. Look at this. Today marks 3 weeks since they've been in the bucket, and they're insane. I can't get over it. They're growing extremely fast. And these are lemon cucumber, salt and pepper cucumber, and Armenian cucumber. And we've got one back there that's already flowering. I'm going to show you guys in a minute. I'm just trying to get all these guys on trellis here. Wowzers. I never even say wowzers. I don't know why I said that. Sometimes I say stupid on these lives. Oh my gosh, we've got our first cucumber. That's so exciting. That is so exciting. Oh, DC's Bees. I'm surprised that you've heard of that variety. Every time I tell people, nobody's heard of it. Okay, so we've got our other cucumbers here. Thank you so much, G Mama. I hope so. From your mouth to God's ears. Yeah, so we've got, I don't know, I might have to prune this one up a little bit. I don't know what's going on here, but we got a lot of stuff happening. This one is already gonna start to grab the trellis soon, but yeah, you guys, we're gonna start pollinating these. I can't wait. Can you believe it? Look at that. Who would have thought that fast? Moving down the, look at our dahlia flower plants. I mean, they're probably gonna start flowering soon. I thought I was zoomed in, but these plants are just so big, they're taking up the frame. So this is one dahlia plant. It's already getting massive. These are dahlia flowers, and their root system is actually a tuber. So I was really curious to try them in the bucket system just to see how tubers do in preparation for a root vegetable series that I'm doing very soon. So yeah, beautiful plants. This is a clone right here, but they're doing great. You guys, look at my strawberries. Aren't they gorgeous? So I have so many open flowers today. We're going to be doing some pollinating as well. I've got my first strawberry, which is actually visibly growing now. Hold on, let me give you guys a better look. But there she is. It's hard to focus the camera, you guys. I don't know why it does that, but there it is. We've got our first strawberry, and we've got a few more where that came from. So 3 more here. So total of 4 strawberries and multiple flowers that are coming up. Oh, we've got another one here. So we got 1, 2, 3. Wow, these guys open like really fast. And then our clones here are doing so good. This is the clone from the root balls. The flower is going to open soon. This is so crazy. Nia Lifestyle says, holy strawberries. Yes, I know. It's crazy. Thank you so much, G Mama. Appreciate that. So I've got 4 strawberry plants, and where are they all going to go if they're all getting that big? DC's Bee says, scenarios are what have impressed me the most about this style of growing. I really like the idea of ever-bearing year-round. Me too, and I've never been able to successfully grow them in my system. So to finally reach this point, like, it's a big day, you guys. I've got 2 cucumbers on my plant at once. You know, my last grow, I tried growing these flowers here, and I just killed the seedling before I even got to flowering. So there's that. And then now I've got, you know, these strawberries growing, and It's as much as it's been a difficult week because I'm feeling a little bit discouraged, it's also a very exciting week, and I'm definitely seeing a lot of positive changes, and I'm feeling on one hand a little discouraged, but on the other hand super proud. So there's that. But at least I get to feel both, right? It's not just a negative feeling. But yeah, I didn't really give you guys a better look. I'm gonna have to defoliate because this plant is just insane. Now that I increased the lights, we got blooming all over the place. So yeah, I will keep you guys posted on the strawberries. I cannot wait. Moving down the line, so I'm gonna show you guys both buckets at the same time so I don't forget. So this is getting a little bit overwatered. You can see the bubbling on the leaves. It's gonna be fine. It just either needs time or I need to decrease the watering, which I should probably decrease because my peppers down there are getting a little yellow. So we're gonna do that today, but the roots are just looking gorgeous. And the plants are super invasive. You're gonna see them just kind of blow up. But look at that, already the size of my hand. Huge. We just transferred them 3 weeks ago, you guys. That's insane. These are my honeydew. Ever since I increased the lights, we've got some true leaves, which is very exciting for me. Cantaloupe. So also 2 things that I have not been able to successfully grow. So I'm really excited, you guys. This is what we're going to be working on today. These are our strawberry cuttings. We cloned them and got them in buckets, and they're still young enough that I can get them out of the hydroclay and transfer them into the foam collars. So that's today's goal, because the hydroclay does cause, or the clay pebbles, sorry, cause a lot of debris and build up in my system. And so although I may not be able to fix this system, at least I can mitigate any further issues with this one and then move forward for the next grow. That's going to be my new grow medium. Moving back to this side. So DC's B says, I think it's great you are learning and making changes to succeed. Thank you so much. Sometimes failure are the best instructors. I lost all 10 hives my first winter, similar but different example. Oh my gosh, DC's Bees, that must have been devastating. So I'm glad that you're also learning and growing. That's what life is all about. So thank you for being here and thank you for saying that. I like gardening outside, but this really seems like a great way to do your starting plant. Absolutely. That's how I started all my flowers for my outdoor garden, was in this system. And where I live, we do have short 3-month summers. So, you know, in the winter, I have the luxury of being in a garden. So this is the watermelon today. I compared it to, actually, here, let me show you guys. I'm just gonna pop out one of these 3-inch collars here. I just want to show you. So it's roughly the same size as a 3-inch collar. So I'm touching it like it's right at the back of it. So it's almost the same size as a 3-inch foam collar. That's our sugar baby watermelon. Clay slowly breaks down and clogs the system. What is any other mediums you use? Well, I'm using the foam collars for everything else, and I absolutely love it. So that's going to be today's focus. I procured foam collars for the 4-inch net pots, so we're going to get them transferred. Is that why you are switching to? Yes, that's exactly why. Get our system cleaned up and in better shape with a better grow medium. So Chinese color peppers, so far we've got 3 colors. We've got purple, which is the starting color. I mean, this is in between 2 of the colors. It's like, normally it starts off kind of like a cream pink like this, and it's gonna go to a bright yellow, and then from there it'll go to orange, and then from there it'll go to red like this. So now today we have a beautiful vibrant red pepper. She is ready to be harvested. No, I'm not gonna eat her or eat on this live right now. But we've got an abundance of peppers coming up, and then we've got our pepper tree over here, same varieties, just much larger plant. And the roots, I don't know what that is. Huh. Yes, the peppers are beautiful. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with the roots. Again, a little brown happening, but we'll see. Hopefully they'll do better. So yes, this plant is massive. It's quite tall, and yeah, it's towering over the other one. I don't know if you, it's really hard to see, but oh, and then we've got, oh my gosh, is this gonna do the zoom in thing again? Is this super zoomed in on my face? I accidentally exited the live. You guys let me know. We've got another pepper here that's ripening. Oh, we've got 2 yellow ones down here. Cool. All right, good, as long as it's normal. And then the jalapenos are just taking off. Again, now that I increased the lights, I'm actually getting more peppers. So I was initially only getting 1 pepper per plant in terms of bell peppers. This is just the second jalapeno plant. We've got so much. So we've got another pepper finally growing, and more flowers. So that was light. So this one's gonna probably turn red. We've got an orange one here. And now again, now that I increased the lights, I finally have new growth. I wasn't getting new growth for a while, and I was kind of getting worried, but we've got some new flowers right here. So I'm feeling hopeful. This one, I don't know, that one might be red. I don't know, it's hard to say if that one's gonna be orange, but this one looks like it might go red. This one, I think it's gonna stay green, you guys, which means, I've told you guys this multiple times, but if it's green, that actually means it has a genetic deficiency. I got my yellow one here. It's beautiful. And this one here, we just pruned her. We finally have a lot of new growth on this plant, and I think she's gonna be red. She looks like she's gonna be red. Ooh, DC's B says I'm growing purple bell peppers this year. Exciting. We don't learn if we don't make mistakes, says Les. Yes, that's 100% true, Les. That's the only way I learn. Red, orange, and yellows are my favorites. I like sweeter. Yes, so actually, okay, you guys tell me, is my face super zoomed in because I accidentally exited the live? Red has the most vitamin C and folate, and the yellow has, I forget, the yellow has something else. But anyways, plant peppers, I guess I'm gonna have to figure out when to harvest them. Again, people in the chat have commented 5 or 6 inches. Let me get my, I mean, this measuring tape isn't the greatest. It's a little too big for this area here, but so this one is just over 3 inches, I would say. Maybe it's at the 3-inch mark. So we still have a ways to go before we could pick it, but if it starts turning red, I'm gonna pick it. I don't know if it's kind of like a bell pepper plant where the more peppers you have per plant, the smaller the peppers are. So we're gonna learn and we're gonna find out. And then tomatoes. Oh yeah, I forgot to check on our other eggplant seedlings. There's so much growing in here that I'm totally forgetting. All right. Tomatoes, again, they're ripening so much faster now that I turned the lights up. So I'm just really excited, you guys. I'm telling you, this little device back there has really changed the game for me. Look at that, you guys. Come on. I cannot wait. I'm going to harvest that soon. Looks like it's going to be ready. Another one there. Oh, they look so good. And you know, before I increased the lights about a month and a half ago, I did a store-bought versus homegrown test because I procured these seeds from store-bought greenhouse-grown tomatoes, and the store-bought ones were so much bigger, and I didn't understand why mine were so small, but now I get it. You increase the lights and the size of your fruit will also increase. well, that's in my situation. It depends what your environment is like and whatever, but here we are. We've got bigger tomatoes now, so we're learning. We've got a few tomato clones, again, foam collars for the win. I don't know how well they're doing. I mean, they're doing okay. We put them in a few days ago, or last week, I think. I don't even remember. Too much to keep track of, you guys. I'm totally, lost a leaf. Yeah, they're not doing bad. All right, and then I forgot to check. I temporarily, because I didn't have foam collars at the time, moved some eggplant seedlings into here. And so, just gonna check in. Oh, a little baby root in there. So now we're gonna put you in your forever home. They're gonna be going into the 1 vessel buckets, because if you guys have ever grown eggplant, the leaf even larger than these cucumber leaves do. So this is quite a large leaf. Eggplant leaves, they're like a freaking banana leaf tree. Like, the leaves are massive. So I got it somewhere where they can kind of just grow and span, and I don't have to be concerned about relocating them later. All right, what's everybody saying in the chat? Once poblanos turn reddish brown, they get a little sweeter and spicier. Once set to 4 to 6 inches long, if you leave them longer, it will get a little sweet. Oh, all right. So maybe I should pick it now, because here's the thing is, like I said, sometimes I don't always think things through. I just do shit, and then later I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that, or shouldn't have said that. So with the peppers, I didn't plan properly. I have so many spicy varieties that I don't know what I'm gonna do with all of them. I'm gonna start a fresh princess hot sauce. But somebody already stole my hot sauce name. Well, it's a good name. I would steal it from them. I didn't come up with it, but it's this company, I think it's an Australian company. They have a hot sauce line called Shit the Bed, and it's really freaking spicy, but it's good. I guess you need to think of your lighting as your sunshine, longer, brighter in days in summer and so on. Absolutely. And so, you know, I have my flower garden, and everything is doing exceptionally well, because the weather has definitely been in our favor this summer compared to last summer. And so, I see people outside grow cucumbers and stuff, like, no problem. And so it's like, there's no excuse. I'm creating the environment. I have full control. Why isn't my stuff growing? And now I realize, and now I say it all the time, like, it's crazy what light can do for your plants. What's that thing called? The sun? I wonder if you can put growing hours longer, like the growings up north, Alaska, Canada in the summer, they have like 20 hours. Yes, that's true. So right now my lighting schedule is on 14-10. So 14 hours on, 10 hours off. And I mean, I have other things that probably should be 12-12, but again, I'm growing so many different varieties, so many different things, that kind of just got to average it out, if that makes sense. I also, now knowing what I know about the lights, yesterday I relocated my seedling under the lights, but then I moved it back because space to work with the second bucket system. I've seen rutabagas the size of your head. My lettuce, my heads of lettuce, I mean, now I've been harvesting from them, but they're huge. They're also quite big. What's up, Jeff? Thank you for joining. I've got 16.8. I have an 8x8 in my living room. I'm crazy. No, you're not. If you are a gardener, you're not crazy. Yeah, I mean, wherever you can fit your grow tent. And I mean, 16.8 seems like a lot of light, but I don't know what growth stage your plant's in. And what do you grow? Are you a grower? Do you grow food? Yes, Death Squad. That's what I'm wondering as well. All right, so it's time. I get so excited. The second bucket system is going to be full, and then I have everything in the tent pretty much full and in operation. So I might rely on you guys when I do a tent tour to remind me if I've forgotten anything moving forward, because, oh yeah, I already forgot to show you my bell peppers, my other bell peppers. Let me show you guys really quick. DC's bees, let me just clarify something. My head, oh, a truck bed. I thought you said my head. I was like, my head's not that big. So if a pumpkin's the size of my head, I probably want a little bit larger. 8x4 on spare room for tropical plants, and 8x8 is fruits and veggies. I experiment and some weed for fun. That is so awesome. Wow, very, very cool. What kind of fruits and veggies? I'm super curious. And are you growing in living soil, or what's your grow medium? Yeah, the tropical plant is really, really cool. So yeah, guys, these are new bell peppers. They're right next to the more mature. They're older brothers and sisters, but they're doing great. Ever since I increased the lights, they're doing great. Now, I should, you know what? I'm gonna do that right now. So right now the watering is 30 seconds on, 1 minute off, which is way too much. So I just hit this button here. That kind of resets things, and I'm gonna do 20 seconds on, 1 minute off. Oh, shoot. If you get the number wrong, you gotta start all over again. 20. One minute off. All right. Cool. So all these plant pots, we're going to be filling them up right now. I can't wait. Okay. Jeff, I'm going to have to pick your brain because oranges and figs. So I've got a lemon seedling in soil. You got to help me out, man. How do I get it to flower and fruit? I just started giving it some bloom, and some CalMag, and I don't know what else to do. I know it needs more. So once we finish getting everything in these buckets, we're gonna relocate her, but help me out. What can I do to help my lemon seedling flower fruit? And I'm also looking to get orange or clementine seeds. So if you have any good resources or any suggestions or tips, please let me know. I will take all the suggestions. You don't want it to fruit for a couple years to make it stronger to hold the fruit. So would you say that this is not strong enough to hold fruit? Well, I guess not, right? The branches need to get stronger. It definitely needs more time. I planted it closer to the top of the container so that the roots can grow down, and then I've got a layer of lava rocks and clay pebbles because that's all I had to create kind of a section for drainage. I'm not much of a soil grower. Like I have an outdoor flower garden, but the flowers are, you know, they pretty much grow themselves. I don't really need to intervene. So looking for all the help I can get. If it uses energy to make fruits, then it won't grow as many leaves. Give it time. Okay. I mean, it's already several years old. It's, I think it's like 3 years old at this point. I've seen people in place small fans next to them, blowing on them. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Strength training. Wind version. All right, so we've got our 4-inch collars. What's up, Southwest Visions? Thank you for joining. I'll give you just a quick view before we get started. Today we're going to be planting these eggplant seedlings, but I grow all kinds of food. Lettuce and herbs are in this tower. Tomatoes, cucumber. I grow some flowers for fun. Watermelon, strawberries. A lot of different pepper varieties, pepper seedlings, cantaloupe, honeydew, tomatillos, more tomatoes, more cucumbers, and herbs, and more lettuce. So I wish I could have a room like this. Well, That is why I go live, so you guys can hang out with me and mine. It stimulates the breeze, they get outdoors, they say it promotes stronger stalks. Yeah, I could see how it need loads of light. Yes, so I started growing mine, I got from nursery, but it needs tons of light. Okay, so that is something that I'm also learning, Jeff. We're all learning as we go, so thank you for saying that. I could totally appreciate that because I'm in the boat and I just realized the power of light when it comes to plants, which sounds so silly because, you know, when you're outdoors, you don't really consider it because the sun is just there for you, right? Unless you live in more of like a shaded area, then it could be challenging. If I had a room like that, I'd grow me mushrooms. I have been watching videos on mushroom farming. Yes, I love mushrooms, so I would definitely try that. So the first thing I'm gonna do is grab the tomato clones that we put in hydro. We're gonna get them out of the clay and transfer them to the foam collars because we are getting rid of the clay pebbles, you guys. We're ditching the clay. It's causing too much debris in the system. So BRB. My tray. Whoops. Looks like gravity did half the job for us. So these are our tomato clones. We're ditching the clay, you guys. Mushrooms need to grow in the dark. Yeah, you can get a closet, or people have like these shelving units. Thank you so much, Southwest Visions. Appreciate you for being here. What's up, MF Clone? Happy Saturday. Thank you for joining. You guys are right on time. I am transferring. So the other day we transferred some tomato clones and I'm getting them out of the net pot with the clay pebble, and we are going to get them into these foam collars. This is going to help keep my system clean, the roots happy, and I'm just going to fizz around, give you a closer look. So these are cherry tomatoes. I just we prune our other tomato plants that are more mature, and so I took a cutting and rooted it. So it's, I mean, I jammed it through the net pot so I can get the roots to stick out, because sometimes with the hydro clay it's challenging for the roots to be targeted. So I gotta be very gentle as I'm pulling this out because we've got some established roots already and I don't want to ruin it. There we go. So bye-bye to the clay pebbles. If you guys saw my live the other day, it was causing a lot of debris and it wasn't good. What's up, Dottie420? This was one of the best things I did, was getting rid of the hydroton and going foam collars. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that other people are saying that. That makes me feel super happy that other people feel the same way that I do, because seriously, it just really helps keep your system much cleaner. Hang on one second here. I gotta reorganize things. All right. So I'm just ditching the clay, and to be honest, it I guess it's porous enough that it does retain the moisture, but not well enough. I'd rather just the roots just be bare and be targeted directly from the misting nozzles versus the hydroclay be saturated and then the roots pulling from that. Because I think, I broke some. That's okay. I think that's how the roots get stained too. All right, so I mean, I know I broke some roots, but these are quite established that the plant will be just fine, you guys. So I'm just gonna put that in there. I can get rid of this. So I will be washing this clay, I guess, but I mean, I'll save it. Maybe I'll use it. Maybe I'll use it for something else down the line. I don't know. We'll see. You seem to have a good bit of work with this style system. I do, and you can do to try to make a little less is a good thing. Yes, for sure. Yeah, the clay is I don't like it. I started off with it and I don't know, I get algae growth, I don't know, tons of stuff that I'm not really happy with. So alright guys, first time using a 4-inch foam collar. I just reuse the foam and it lasts forever. Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to cut off, I'm going to get it as deep as I can. I don't know how, let's see here. All right, I'm going to see if I can just try to pull some of this root through here. Hang on. Good enough. Those are the good ones too. Yeah, so you can definitely cut the bottom out of your net pots. These ones, okay, so for the 4-inch, these are like the only ones that are available. Nobody makes 4-inch foam collars. So there we go, our first 4-inch foam collar. DC's B says, not criticizing, I like less work. It's just that all synthetic material off gases. Absolutely, DC's B's. I'm not disagreeing with you at all. It's just, it's the lesser of two evils, because although I'm sure there are things that I don't know what to call it, that like it has toxins or whatever, but the hydroclay, it just causes like so much root rot and algae, and it's just so much more of a challenge. So I really love the foam collars, and they don't really get like wet or anything, and they're not touching the roots or the food. So I understand that maybe there's like fumes and other things, but it is what it is. I just do the best I can, you know, DC's B's, but I agree with what you're saying, you know. Like, look, I'm growing in plastic, right? Those towers, even though they're food grade, you know. I'm trying to get this root to stick out here, but I'll just pull it out here. With our seedlings, obviously we won't need to do this because they're so much smaller. I'm gonna actually cut this here. Get that in a little bit deeper. Absolutely, DC's B's. And you know what? There may even a better way or an opportunity to do things differently, right? So in time, I'll eventually figure out the best way with making the least footprint, as well as, you know, the least toxic. But sometimes it can be challenging. I mean, we're already doing better than store-bought, so there's that. Because honestly, I have no idea what they do with store-bought. I mean, like how they grow it or what goes into it. When you're growing on a large scale like that, it can be challenging to keep things clean and not toxic, you know? I should have paused my system. Now I got water everywhere, so I'm just gonna have to go and clean that up. Just gonna put you guys here for a minute while I wipe that down. Actually made quite a mess. God, these plants are going to get burnt. Oh my gosh, DC's bees, not at all. This is a place where we could talk about anything. Like, I don't get offended at all. It's all good. You know, exchanging ideas like this can help us get to a better way, right? So I appreciate all the considerations and the suggestions or questions. Never feel like you're being critical. It's all good. Les says, my containers have a lid and the basket is built in. It's 5.5 inches wide and 4 inches deep. Oh, very cool. What are you growing in the containers? Everything? That is DCB says that is part of why so much we do has to be done in stainless steel. Yes, I agree. Stainless steel is always clean and good. You don't have any issues. No coatings, no toxins. Okay, so I'm gonna pause this system because it's really full of water. What is up, Doc? Oh yeah, Dr. Dankman. I was gonna say, what's up, Doc? And I'm like, oh yeah, I sound like Bugs Bunny. How you doing? Thanks for hanging out. Happy Saturday. Been watching while I set up my new grow tent. Very cool. What size is your grow tent and what are you going to be growing in? Probably cannabis, I'm assuming, but I'm laughing because the other day when you came on the live, I was like, oh, I should start saying, what's up, Doc? But then I was laughing. Sounds like Bugs Bunny. So I'm just dumping out all the hydro clay. And then we'll grab these net pots. See, there's like already algae growing on them. All right. All right, I'm just gonna go dump this clay in my container. All right, we're good. I'm just catching up on the chat here. It's okay to sound like bugs. Got a gambit 3x3. It's amazing because it's 7 feet tall. Oh wow, and I've never seen a 3x3 that's that tall. I'll be finishing off my OG Kush, but haven't decided what to run in my new auto pots. Very cool. Yeah, 7 feet tall is crazy. It was a real hard year on bees. I can imagine. I feel like I'm doing God's work every time I get a bee pollinating my flowers, because I know that people have been having problems with growing even cucumber because it's not getting pollinated. There aren't enough bees. Les says I'm going to grow tomatoes again. I want to try peppers as well. Les, are you referring to indoors or outdoors? Yeah, auto pots are self-watering pots. Very cool. I love the automation of it all. What's up, Rose? Thank you for joining. Happy Saturday, you guys. Are they like singular system or per pot? Kind of like between hand watering and hydro. Very cool. I played a video game that used them. 4 4-gallon pots hooked up to a reservoir. Nice. Do they have single auto pots hooked up to one reservoir? Asking for a friend. What's up, Steve? Thank you for joining. The SCA subscription farm across from me loves my honeybees. I bet they do. All right, so I'm going to get our seedlings. I've got foam collars ready. I'm gonna grab the net pots. What's up, Vince? Happy Saturday. Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. Today's an exciting day. Last grow, I tried to do eggplant and I just didn't succeed. I think it's because we didn't have our proper nutrients, so I'm excited to be doing this. It feels like an exciting day for me. I don't know, I'm only gonna run one in 3x3 and 4 in my 5x5 this winter. Cool. Working on my hydro pot today. Nice. So everybody seems to be doing a little bit of garden work or housework or whatever it may be. Yeah, Saturdays are for the garden. A single honeybee hive can increase your garden yield by around 3%. I wonder what 20 does. Yes, I wonder. Oh my gosh. I have my outdoor garden is buzzing. I showed you guys maybe last week we did an outdoor update, and yeah, I got a lot of life happening in the outdoor garden, which is very exciting. All right, so these are the babies, and this is the earliest I've ever transferred them, but because the others made it, that's an indicator to me that they're gonna be just fine. So I'm gonna go grab the net pots and let's get to it. What's up, G for D? Happy Saturday. Thank you for hanging out. Les says apparently you can get 5-inch and 6-inch foam collars. Really? Oh my gosh, I didn't know. I looked online, mainly on Amazon and like just Google, and I couldn't find 4-inch. So these are AC Infinity ones, and yeah, they're gray. They look nice. So, you guys ready? Here we go. Transfer our eggplants. Let's do it. Flip you guys around. So you guys, it's always good when you get to transplant new things into a system. It's always super, super exciting. So these are going to be easy because we already kind of went through the removal process. I'm actually going to just raise this a little bit. Hang tight. James is asking, can you grow tomatoes and peppers in hydro pots like this outdoor? Absolutely. Hydro or aero can work outdoors. And in fact, there are probably certain benefits that or that you don't have to deal with outdoors that you got to unfortunately deal with indoors. So it could be really a really great method. Hydro outdoors. I mean, I've seen a lot of people do it. All right, so this is my first time putting it in a foam collar that's this size, and I got enough root, so just gonna get it in the net pot. Hang on 1 second. I just had it, and then I went to readjust it, and it moved. So because these foam collars are so big, you want to be careful not to rip them. I feel like it's gonna rip on me. I should be using tweezers, but where is our medicinal plant? Coming soon, you guys, when I decide to tackle that. I feel like I got a little too much going on right now. Right now, this is food, and technically food is medicine, right? So we got the root, we got our little seedling in the foam collar, and we're gonna get it in the net pot. There we go. First eggplant in a 4-inch foam collar. Very exciting. I don't know if I'm going to be able to transplant all of them today because some of them I don't know if they're going to be large enough, but we should just do it and try it, and whatever happens, happens. I should have brought my tweezers down. Oh well. Okay. I mean, we've got a bit of root. I don't know if that's going to be long enough, but I feel like... Yeah, where's yours? Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Maybe I'll get it a little deeper. I mean, I think it'll find the light. There's like the top of the seedling, and the root is sticking out there. I think it should be okay. I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna try it. If it dies, it dies. Whatever. It's funny, in one breath I'm saying that these are like my children, and then I'm like, if it dies, it dies, whatever. What's up, Palmetto? Happy Saturday. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. For those of you that just joined, I've been growing in these 4-inch net pots. I've been using hydroclay as my grow medium because I didn't have foam collars, and I've recently discovered how awesome the foam collars are, and so I'm making the switch in all of my systems to just foam collars. Whoa. And so right now I have my new eggplant seedlings, and I'm transferring them into these 4-inch foam collars. I don't know. Trying to get the seedling as deep as possible so you get as much of the roots out as possible. You guys know the drill. We've done this before. It's just the first time doing it with the 4-inch net pots. But yeah, I'm so excited. The system is going to be completely filled, which is a lot, because we got the first bucket system full, the second bucket system full, and the garden is popping, you guys. And the seedlings are dropping. I got having a hard time. This is probably so painful to watch. I bet some of you guys are like, I just want to get in there and help this girl with some tweezers. It's okay. We got it. It's because I don't know how to explain it. The foam collars are, because I have these tweezers here, but they got all rusted. I mean, the tip is rusted, but I sorry, I just went quiet for a second. Because the collars are larger, they're more difficult to kind of get the seedling snugly in without it falling. I don't know where the root is. Oh. All right, I mean, I'm having some issues here, you guys. DC's Bees says, when you see the slits on honeydew or watermelon, it looks like small cuts on the skin. Those are the bees/wasps cutting skin to get sugar. Not sure how you would indoors. Yes, I know. That's how I know that watermelons are going to be sweet, is if they've got that scarring on it, then you know the pollinators are going for it. So I tried my best to get it in as deep as possible. Let's see. Okay, so this one, for example, let's see if that's going to be... I mean, it's kind of all tangled, but I think we can get... Palmetto says, I think aeroponics and aquaponics are interesting, but it seems more complicated than it needs to be. You know what? It at first might be, and if you're basing that on my videos, don't, because I tend to complicate everything. That's just who I am. I complicate things. And I'm sure once I get a system going, it won't be so complicated. I'm just trying to untangle this freaking seedling here. It grew all messed up. And I'm trying not to ruin it, but this one's gonna be a little tricky, guys. Might actually leave it in the seedling tray. I'm gonna leave it in here just to let it grow a little more because it's all messed up. I'm gonna make sure I don't put the other paper towel on top so that maybe it'll just grow upward toward the light. I did not hit. Okay. I think we got it. Got a little at the bottom there. Hopefully it's good enough. And I can push the foam collar down a little bit too, right? DC's B says on cantaloupes you can check to see if the stem location is a little soft right there. That might work with indoor gardening G4T. Oh, I guess I missed that. I'm trying to figure out when to harvest my honeydew melon. Oh, I totally missed that. Oh, I have no idea. I've never grown honeydew. There's got to be something, some kind of indicator. I don't know when you're growing indoors, but I'm going to have to look that up soon as well because I too am growing honeydew. But G4T's is outdoors, and yours looks like it's going to be ready in G4T. So I'm just pushing these down so that the roots have a better chance. I've cleaned these net pots so many times, and this hard water is like, just going to scrape it off. How exciting, you guys. And then I've got the 2 other baby seedlings. So these ones, we're going to let them grow a little bit. The roots will continue to grow. I just need to make sure I keep it watered with a bit of nutrients and hydrogen peroxide. And I'm just going to take you guys, we're going to get these in the buckets. Squishy back here. And then I'm gonna grab those 2. So we're gonna switch them up. And then we'll just use the foam collars to kind of just block the rest of them that are empty for now. And we'll have 2 spaces left for the other eggplant. But look how much this one has grown. So I don't know if you guys are following along or if you remember from the other day, but it was so small, just like the other ones, and it's really taken off in the last couple of days. So I'm just, the root is, that's the root system. So I got a little bit of paper towel stuck to it, but the root is growing through the paper towel, so I don't want to rip it out. But there it is, you guys. Thanks so much for hanging out, Vince. Happy Saturday. Appreciate you. So, also, coffee. Yeah, I mean, it grew quite fast. It's gonna get its first true leaf. They're gonna see how huge it's gonna get. And the flowers are also beautiful. I'm just gonna flip you guys around and show you. DC's B says, I appreciate you spending the time to do this. I'm a visual learner and just seeing how people do things teaches me a lot. I like how I do's better than how to's. Me too, DC's B's. I'm exactly the same way. I need to see somebody doing it in order for me to wrap my head around it. That's why I'm having such a hard time learning the stuff about the environment, is because there's nobody really to watch perfect their environment, right? It's something that it's subjective. So that's a challenging thing for me to learn. Oh my gosh. Clearly I haven't learned a lot, you guys. Wow. All right. That's better. Nice. Well, I'm glad you guys enjoy this, because it can be tedious work and it can be boring. When I do it alone, I just throw on some music. And yes, size does matter. I use that joke all the time. Never gotta be sorry. We have a good sense of humor in this space, you guys. We can have fun here. All right. There we go. What's up, Somor? No problem. We are transplanting eggplant right now. This is an aeroponic grow tent. A grow tent where I grow all my own food aeroponically, and I try to do it all year round. So here we've just put 2 seedlings into foam collars, and gonna go get them into the bucket system. DC's B says, I believe humor is one of the best medicines. Our world has enough grump in it at the moment. I try not to add to it. I totally agree. Also, I find that people have lost their sense of humor these days because everybody gets so offended. So you don't have to worry about that here. Well, within reason. Alright, so I just put in foam collars into the last 2 net pots. Eventually we'll get eggplant in there, but right now it's just going to block the water from splashing out. So now we can turn our system back on, and thoughts and prayers for our eggplant. Hopefully they bounce back. So I just turned the system back on. I just hit the start, and that's it. We're off to the races, you guys. I also have one last tomato cutting, which I don't have space for right now. So I'm banking on one of those eggplant to die. So I'm just kidding. All right, so just gotta clean up here after. So I have extra foam collars. All right. Where did I put my tripod? We're gonna go and just pollinate this strawberry really quick. So I'm just gonna get my paintbrush. Look how good that looks, you guys. Look how sleek and clean. It looks so much nicer without the clay pebbles. It just looks more futuristic and much cleaner of a look. I love it. And also, you know, sometimes, I don't know, but sometimes the clay pebbles, they just find their way out of the buckets and they make a mess. Only plant people, yes. All right, here we go. We've got so many flowers on our strawberry plant. I'm just very elated, right word. I truly feel elated. I mean, I'm pretty sure this wasn't even open before. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 flowers. So for those of you that don't know, when you're growing indoor strawberries, you do have to hand pollinate to give them a hand. So the goal is to transfer the pollen. I'll show you guys here. You can probably see better. Transfer the pollen from the stamen to the pistils. So the stamen are these little outer bits here, and the pistils is the center part. And so you just take a paintbrush or whatever and gently brush it to the center of the flower. And then you want to do that more than one. So I'm taking pretty much pollen from this one here and I'm transferring it into this one there. I'm gonna get a bigger paintbrush, hang on. You don't have to be aggressive or anything. You just gently those little outer parts, those are the anthers. They produce the pollen. And I mean, a fan would work, but you're gonna get the better it's pollinated, the better quality of fruit you're gonna get. So we did that. Now we're gonna, so we do have little bits of pollen on the paintbrush, but it is so small. I'm gonna do this one right here. So the flowers, I found that strawberry flower. So cucumber flowers usually stay open for, depending on how much you're pollinating or how often, I would say a couple days. And these as well, a couple days. So you have, it depends how, like it depends how hard you pollinate, right? If I get aggressive with the paintbrush, then the petals are gonna start to fall off. So I do it very gently, and within 2 days, the flower dries up. So I've got about 2 days is my window to do this properly. And if I don't, then the fruit won't produce. It'll kind of just dry up. So this dome right here that you see in the center, that will become the strawberry. You guys, I'm gonna get strawberries. Like, I can't believe it. I'm so excited. Like, this is truly a pinch me moment. If you guys see the crap that I went through trying those strawberries in my last couple of grows, the fact that I made it feels like I freaking won the Nobel Prize. It's like, chill out, it's just a strawberry. So there we go, guys. We hand pollinated our strawberry plant, and hopefully that'll get us some fruit. And I'm excited. I can't wait. I'll have the first strawberry on alive. DC's bee. Okay, James asked if I could do it with an electric toothbrush. So I have an electric toothbrush right here, but it is too powerful. I used it on my cucumbers and it completely tattered the flower. It was brutal. Can this cultivation be done outside in polyhouse? Yes, you do hydro or aeroponics in a greenhouse for sure. DC's bee says, and a bee just shed a tear. Well, that's so funny. Plant fans starting Carly Cucumber. Oh my God. Oh look, now there are 30 crying honeybees. Oh my God, you're making me feel so bad. You know, I would totally bring a bee in here, but I think it was you that said, bad idea, they'll go nuts in here. Green and Mean, what movie? Okay, it's salad. Oh, green and, yeah, that's funny. Maybe one with a mostly dead battery. Well, this one, it goes from, even the low battery isn't low enough. It's still too aggressive for the plants, so I just avoid it altogether, you guys. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna actually just add in some grow. So I added in 16 mils into the system. And so this is what I use on the first bucket system. This is when they're in a vegetative state. Now, the challenge is I've got a couple of cucumber plants that are already flowering. They're way ahead. So I'm just gonna up the nutrients, and I'm gonna up the grow, and then maybe I'll be able to, it's challenging because I just put in eggplant seedlings, and they're not ready to go on bloom anytime soon. But when they get their first true leaves, I might just force it. They'll acclimate and they'll eventually be fine, but probably will cause a few issues and stunt their growth. No water picks? No, water pick is way too aggressive. Just having fun open there would head right to the lights and bang into them till they stopped. Oh my gosh, that would make me so sad. Thank you so much, William. Appreciate you, and thank you for hanging out. It says toothbrush is good for vibrating the stem. Yes, so I use it like you can do it on the back of your tomato flowers and just kind of encourage additional pollination, and it'll increase your yield, increase flowering, and increase the quality of your fruit. All right. So I'm going to add in 20 mils. A tomato wall, that's cool looking. Very cool to have a full tomato wall. It's almost like a tomato wall what I've got going on, because they're all kind of against the truss, but they're doing beautifully. Now that I increase the lights, they just they look great. But we're still working affecting the environment. That's a real challenge for me. I'm having a hard time with that. Especially because every outside it's different, and then the air conditioning, the thermostat, it's like there's just too much to deal with. All right. I got someone commented once. I posted a video about my nutrients, and my bottle looks like this. It's not the cleanest because it makes a mess. Pour it, there's no like pump, which I understand why, but it's just the greatest for keep it, like, it's just next to impossible to keep clean unless I'm going to sit there cleaning it every time. And somebody commented on the video and they're like, ew, her bottles are disgusting. I wonder what her car looks like. I'm like, you guys, my car is clean, I swear. It's these freaking bottles are difficult to keep clean. What's up, Sky Overhead? Thank you so much for joining. California, what is up? Appreciate you. What's up, Doyle? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Appreciate all of you. Happy Saturday, you guys. Hope everyone's having a wonderful weekend. It's always a good time in the grow tent. I think you should look into how numbers of light growing hours can affect the plant's fruit's growth. Yes, absolutely. You might be able to use that to your benefit. So right now, based on what I've read, is 410 is the best for the stage that everything in the bucket system is in. And for lettuce, it's so adaptable, and same with herbs, that 1410 is fine, even if it were 1212, but I think 1410 is the sweet spot. I've tried 16:8 before, and things start to get a little yellow and they look a little stressed, so it also gives them more time to, I guess, photosynthesize, right? That's what happens. So yeah, I find that 1410 is a good schedule. I could even try like 15:9, but 16:8 was a little too much. Yeah, I can, everything is automated in here. Even like these are lights that are just on manual timers, right? So you can just set it to whatever you want. I try to have everything automated in here. It makes it easier, and then it gives me the time to work on other things. You could keep a pack of non-bleach disinfectant wet wipes around for cleaning. They're handy for everything. I do. I have, not non-bleach. I have Lysol wipes that I use to clean workstation. But after I'm done, I always clean it up. It's just kind of a mess right now because I was doing stuff in here this morning. All right, I'm just going to go get this in the system. So we got our nutrients in, the plants are fed, and yeah, the plants are fed, the eggplants are in. What else we got? The strawberries are pollinated, and the garden is growing, so it's all good, guys. We got a lot done today. Today was fun. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Oh, wow. Okay, so MF Clone says it looks super clean and tidy already. Thank you so much. I do my best. It's really going against who I am. Sometimes I could be so lazy. DC's Bees, I think that is about the cleanest I have ever seen. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. I told you guys are like inflating my ego. I'm just kidding. But wow, that's really nice of you to say. Thank you for noticing. I do try my best to take good care of my garden. I know, yeah, small bit of residue on the bottle, call the cops, right? Like, anybody else got a garden like this? Because I was like, what is wrong with, no, you know what? It was probably this bottle. This bottle's a little worse, but yeah, it's like, what's wrong with you people? You know, it's like, you comment on the bottle and how my car looked, slippers, like, people are just, you know what? It's all good. I just send them all sunshine. Anyways, you guys, on that note, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I had a lot of fun today, and I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. Tomorrow, I don't know what we're doing tomorrow. Probably, I don't know. Come find out tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern time. I'll keep you guys posted. Maybe we'll do a little outdoor garden update and hang out there. We'll see. But I'll keep you guys posted. I will see you guys tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern time. Thank you much for hanging out with me. And you guys have a wonderful day. And if I don't see you tomorrow, Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. All of you guys, I don't want to forget anybody, so I'm not going to list all the names, but thank you so much. I appreciate you. You too, Death Squad, and thank you, DC's Bees. Thank you, Les, and thanks, Pro Pyro. That general hydroponics fertilizer looks like liquid mud. Yes, it does get messy, but thank you so much, guys. Have an awesome day, and see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Thank you again.